under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bulldozing his way through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Tatum. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw on 3rd down. Tatum. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the
touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 46 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Tatum. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Tatum. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to roam now. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Cohen now to return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Fielded just inside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Tatum. This is Fant. Oh, what a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Tatum rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On second down, it's Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Fields. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fighting through. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down. Tatum. And going right back to Hamler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Tatum. This is the tight end fan. Runs through another. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Tatum throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down, Denver.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Broncos 34, Bears 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control you.
And shutting him off, now open field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On play action, Fields. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 181 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The final shot before break. Tatum, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Here's Cohen now to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Boy, 196 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Tatum. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tatum into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Now Fields.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, Fields completes it to Dixon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
Dixon, complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Check.
On second down, Montgomery. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Now Fields on third and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Santos now to add the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Operating from the gun, Tatum. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
Flush to his right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Dances by him. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off-play action. Tatum. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Fields on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Dixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
31 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit. Now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. McManus now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Here's Cohen now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down. Tatum. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Tatum. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen, I went and got my digits up. Listen, your favorite, bruh. Listen, you don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a